Hi everyone, we are Translation X. We are here now today going to share with you our translation project reflection. Our translation project is translating the official website for MISS, Middlebury Institute of International Studies. The website that were assigned to us was the website for English and Chinese Interpreting and Translating Program. Translation X consists of 4 people, and that is us 4. Now, I'm going to share with you our first reflection, and the item is timeline. As you can see, this is the original timeline that we came up with. And our professor gave us a hint that client reviewers should be involved in every steps. So in order to make that change, we came up with another version. However, by adding client review in every steps seems a little bit repetitive. Also, it's taking up a lot of space, which makes the timeline less reader friendly. So in order to change that, we came up with the idea that we should put a bracket in suggesting that during what process the client reviewer is involved. Finally, we came up with this version. We use different colors to show that client reviewer is involved in what steps. And the color blue matches our color on the proposal. Now, I'm going to hand my presentation to my teammate Yiwen. She's going to introduce the layout.
The biggest challenge we had when writing the proposal was how to make the proposal concise, but at the same time straightforward. Our first version of the proposal was 4 pages, which was way too long. And one reason for that was we used too many tables in order to present the information clearly. For example, we had one table for preparation files and another for the list of deliverables. It is very clear, however, they take up too much space and it seems a little bit repetitive. In order to solve this problem, we combine these 2 tables into one. Next page. And in this way, the information is still clear, but it's also concise. Another effort to make this proposal more concise and straightforward is the use of charts, especially when it comes to explaining the process of the whole project. For example, in the finalization phase, we want to emphasize that the central role of the project manager. So we use charts and directions and arrows to present the role of different people. With this chart at a kickoff meeting, we were able to tell the client that whenever there's a problem, he should go to the PM first, and then the PM will get in touch with the editor, the proofreader, or the translator to solve that issue. What we've learned from these 2 examples is we need to use more visual aids in order to let the client understand our proposal and the whole process. We also have some issues when designing our quote. In order to come up with rates that can reflect the market situation, we actually did some research. We went to the websites of some translation companies and trying to find out what's the most appropriate rates for this type of translation between this specific language pair. And this has helped us a lot. For example, when deciding how to charge for the fees for glossary building, at first we had trouble deciding whether we should charge by the hour, by the number of words, or by the number of pages. However, by doing research online, we found that most translation companies charge by the hour. So that is how we make our decision. Another thing we learned about a quote is actually a suggestion from our professor, and my groupmate Kai will elaborate on that.
In our quotes, repetitions in the source text have not been charged. It's important to let your client know how much you saved for them. This is definitely a great marketing strategy. In addition, after translation completed, I've tried many times to add the last paragraph into the TM in Trados, but I failed. So I decided to use an online tool called TMX More to create the TM. It's a very user-friendly online tool, and you can find the homepage of it on the screen. So I highly recommended it. That's all the lessons I've learned. How about you, Kelly?
Well, while I was trying to create a glossary, I used AntConc, a corpus analytic tool to extract high-frequency words, sorry. And after I extracted these words, I realized these words were not terms that we were looking for this project. So I turned to my teammates and discussed it. We later decided to handpick key technical terms while translating and exported it as an SDL-TB file. Later, I used a glossary conversion tool. Next page, please. I was trying to use this tool to convert the SDL-TB file to Excel SX file. However, unexpectedly, 5 documents were produced instead of Excel SX file. So I did some research and realized that in order to have an Excel SX file, I needed to adjust the output settings as circled in red in this picture. By adding Excel SX format, I was able to have an Excel SX file. That's what I learned from this project, and this is the end of our presentation. Thank you for listening.